Hello everyone and welcome back to Kerbal Space Program with Misfit from the Co-op guys. Recording this right after I recorded the first episode, so let's just get right back into the game here. So last time we... let's resume saves and I'm going to start a new one. Last time we successfully built a rocket that took us up to 50 kilometers up into Kerbin's atmosphere. Got some science, managed to splash down without the ship breaking apart, which surprised the hell out of me. And we unlocked the next tier of our parts here. So we've got a few more parts to play with, some fuel tanks, the mystery goo, and the stack decoupler. Now, here's what's available in the next part of the... oh, pardon me. Here's what's available in the next tiers of the tech tree. We have here a liquid fuel engine. Now this one is similar to this one here. It's a little less powerful. You can see the max thrust for this one is 215. This one is 200. But the important thing is it has this thing. I don't know if you can see it on the right of the information that's popped up, but it's got a gimbal. And the gimbal basically means that the rocket engine can turn the ship as it's flying, whereas this one it works kind of like a booster, in that it will just fire in the direction it's pointed. This one here can actually allow you to steer a little bit, so that one's quite valuable for that. We also got the Separatron, which is like a tiny rocket, and it will help. It will help steer parts away from your ship when you decouple them. And we've also got a more powerful booster available to us pretty soon. This is like twice the size of that other one, but it's a lot more powerful, I think. Not too much more powerful, but it lasts a lot longer. We also got stability parts here, so aerodynamic nose cones for the top of our rocket, some winglets to help keep it stable, and a radial decoupler, which is similar to the stack version we just unlocked. And we've also got, in the survivability category, we've got a smaller engine. This is really good for lander craft. Not powerful, but it's not like overly powerful, which is good when you're landing on things like the moon or anything that doesn't really have an atmosphere. You've also got some landing legs and some radial mounted parachutes. So we're going to need to get some more science though, because right now we only have 12. We don't have enough for any of these yet. General rocketry might be one of the ones that we go for first. Radial decouplers are pretty nice. Oh, these are all actually pretty good things to go for. So let's just one thing at a time. Let's get some more science. So we're going to go to the VAB and let's load up. I don't know what the auto save ship is. That's probably the one we just had. Doomed to Fall. That was our predecessor. So that's this guy here. We are going to completely redesign it. So, no, not completely. So, here's our new fuel tank. So we had 90 fuel before. This one has 180, and this one has 45. So small, medium, and large. So we're going to go for the large one here. In fact, we're going to go for 2. Let's lift this up a bit, and let's shove our engine at the bottom. Now, we'll go to structure. There we go. So here's our stack decoupler. These things are really important. Oof. So what this will do is, when we activate it mid-flight, anything that is below it, say a booster, this will separate that from it and the rest of the ship. So if I activate that, anything here and below it will be separated from the ship, and then this engine will be free and clear to fire away. So what we're going to do here for our design, we're going to put 2 boosters like that. I don't know how that's going to behave, but we'll see. Either things will behave normally or they'll blow up. And let's get some girders on this, because 4 girders like that. Oh no, wait, before we do that, we want this. There. Never actually built something like this before. I've not built too much in Kerbal Space Program, but we'll see how things go. So this thing is gonna be mainly powered by boosters, and we're gonna save our liquid engine for when we get higher up into the atmosphere. Come on, there you go. Right. So we've got what? 10 boosters here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Decoupler. Just checking the staging here because that's important. Because you don't want these ones firing into them during launch. So that's 5 boosters. Decoupler. 5 boosters. Decoupler. Engine. We'll move that one there. Oh, and something else we might want to do, just for re-entry. So we'll put another decoupler underneath our command pod, just so that when this guy runs out of fuel, we can separate it from the command pod. So let's just put that up there. So we've got our parachutes as well. Still got our parachute. That should be enough for the command pod, I think. Now, we also got our mystery goo containment unit. So let's get... Oh, we don't want 4. Let's maybe go for 3 though. Yeah, 3 of them. How heavy are they? 0.15, that's not too bad. Actually, where's our radio? Our radio's there. It's currently inside one of those things. Let's get rid of that, actually. I don't like that. And we'll have 2, just for the sake of having 2. We'll put 1 there. And we'll put 1 there. Grab our mystery goo containment units. Like that. So these 3 things are experiments that are going to help us get some more science. Anything else we need? This thing is going to be pretty spindly on the launch pad, so when we get there we better launch pretty quickly. Do we have anything else we might want to add? Control, command pods. Nope, that's it. So let's, this thing might get into orbit. I don't know. But it's definitely going to go further than last time, so that's what we're going to call it. Doomed to fall further. Here we go. So we've got our station set up. We've got our ship. We've got our astronaut. Actually, before we do that, because those 3 astronauts are... because they're immortal, essentially, we want some guys that might die and not come back. So, I don't think we can actually get rid of them. So, let's hire some Kerbinauts, shall we? A list of candidates is a bit... any that strike my... Neil Trey Kerbin! Welcome to the space program. And Kerbin, just because your name is Kerbin, you are now in the space program. Welcome. And let's get Kenfred as well. Kenfred Kerbin. So there's our 3 new astronauts. And now that we have our astronauts, let's pick one for our Doomed to Fall Further mission. We'll do that in the crew up here. Jebediah, get out of there. Let's put... Neil Trey Kerbin, you are up. I didn't even look at the stats. Oh, he's not very courageous, but he is plenty stupid. Neil Trey is a mix of both. He's more stupid than he is courageous. That's a pretty fine line, most would say. So, let's go to the launch pad. Not entirely sure how well this ship is going to do, but I'm not even sure. It might just fall over in the launch pad, actually. But okay, we're stable, all right. Now, last time we were here, we did an EVA report and a crew report from the launch pad. Let's get a mystery goo as well. Open that up. Actually, wait a minute. Let's reset it. Let's get a better look at that as it's doing it. So this is one of our science experiments. So this is probably the best angle I'm going to get. Hang on. There we go. There. So this is one of our science experiments. This is the mystery goo containment unit. This is like a one-time only thing. So like the EVA report and the crew report, I can take them multiple times, and then I can send them back with a transmitter. These things are just like, you take one measurement, and if it's one that you want to keep, then you can't take another one. That's why I've got 3 on here. So let's observe the mystery goo and see what it says. The goo doesn't seem to be doing much. Well, what do you expect? It's on the launch pad. So, this is the data size here. This basically says how large the file is it's going to send. This can change a lot, and that also determines how much electrical charge you need to send it off. You get different radios that use different amounts of power for sending it off. But I'm pretty sure that will drain most of our electrical charge, though. So we're not going to transmit these mystery goos. If we recover it, we get +3 science. If we transmit it, we only get 0.9. So you get a lot less for transmitting the data than you do for recovering it. But sometimes, like if you send a probe out to a far distant planet, you're probably not going to get that probe back. So you're better off transmitting anyway. But if you manage to get the samples back to Kerbin, they're worth a lot more science. So let's just keep the data for this one. But there is something else we can do. So if that module, if this manages to make it back to Kerbin safely, we can recover it, and we can get the science from it. But something else we can do is we can get our... Oh, let's fix the camera there. We can get our astronaut, what was his name? Neil Trey Kerman, I believe. He can come out and he can actually collect the data. And it will render this module inoperable. That's fine. So he can take the data and he can put it back in the command pod. So what you can do then, oh god, these cameras are all over the place, is if you've got a larger vessel out in space, you can have all your experiments on that. You can use your astronauts to collect the information, bring them back onto the command pod, ditch the rest of the ship, and bring the command pod back to Kerbin. Or it makes it easier to move about. So there's lots of things like that to consider in the game, and if you play it yourself, you'll figure a lot of these out in the future. So we've taken our mystery goo. Hang on. Let's just see if we're going to get anything for an EVA report. 0 science. Figured as much. And let's see if we can get a... Let's see, crew report. Nothing. Let's not bother with that. Alright. So, SAS is on. Let's throttle the ship up. Please don't blow apart. 3, 2, 1, boom! Oh, crap. We have no control. We have no control. Oh, we have very limited control. Come on. These boosters... these boosters are nuts. Come on. Get straight. Get straight. Get straight. I'm really trying to get this flying straight up. Stop heading towards the horizon. Please! Oh, Neil Trey Kerbin, your days might be done. Oh, that came apart on its own. Okay. Alright, oh, come on. Get facing back up. Facing back up, please. Oh, crap, we're starting to go down. Oh, no. Come on, pull it up. Pull it up. No, damn, we're gonna ditch it. Ditch it. Oh, crap, that's not good. Fire the engine. No. Okay. Oh, no. No. We're going in. Oh, crap. Oh, duh. Oh, no. Astronaut down. That went disastrously. Okay. Oh, flight results. Let's have a look at the information there. Neil Trey Kerbin from doomed to fall further away on EVA. Structural failure on linkage between the stack decoupler and the solid fuel booster. You're telling me. God. Okay. Back to the drawing board. Alright, let's try that one again. We now have Kenfred Kerbin in the pilot seat in a slightly modified version of the Doomed to Fall Further. This one's the Doomed to Fall Further again. Got rid of some of the extra boosters, but I put some more here. You also got rid of the booster on the bottom and put this engine here. I'm not sure if that's going to help, but who knows. I think one of the problems is that the boosters might be a bit too far down, that I don't even know if this thing is going to work. But that was a classic example of things that can go disastrously wrong in Kerbal Space Program. So let's turn our SAS on, we'll throttle up. Something we need to do as well, let's observe the mystery goo. And we'll keep that. So, we won't bother collecting it this time because we're not even sure we're going to land. So... Kenford Kerbin on your maiden voyage. 3, 2, 1, fire. Okay, we are spinning a bit. We are spinning a bit. That's fine. Okay. As long as we're not veering. If we're spinning, it's okay. Oh no, we lost our engine. Our main engine, oh, we must have been sitting on it too long. It's broken apart. Oh, golly, Miss Molly. Well, that fuel tank is useless. Okay. Well, let's get rid of that then. Oh, wait. No, it's not going to work. Let's get rid of that. Okay. Fire. There we go. And we're going. Oh, God. So that engine needs to be supported a bit more. But we are up at about 10,000 meters, which means we should start be able to turn over here towards 90 degrees. This will start to arc us around the planet. And let's toggle the SAS a little bit. There we go, so we stay straight. And let's just cut our engine and see how high we get. 101! Perfect! That's perfect. Okay. So, we can get something from this mission. We can get something. So, space, you can see the atmosphere is going down. Space starts around Kerbin at 70,000 meters, or 70 kilometers. So, let's just get a mystery goo from this as well. We should get something more. From the upper atmosphere, we get 7 science. Perfect. Now, let's grab a crew report while we're here. Upper atmosphere. Yep, let's transmit that. Because we want to have another crew report. There we go. We want to get another crew report from when we're in space. And let's get an EVA report very quickly. Very quickly. EVA report. Just above Kerbin's water. Perfect. Keep that. Get back in the ship. And we're in space. Well, you can tell because the music starts. Because space is filled with music. So, this hasn't been a complete disaster. We managed to get something from this. Now, something you can do is, along the blue line of your trajectory, you can do this. You can add a maneuver. And it brings up this funky little thing. And this will basically allow you to make adjustments to your maneuver to alter your trajectory. So if I wanted to orbit the planet, I would drag this over, which basically means I'm going to fire along my current trajectory. So if I'm traveling, at this point, this is the direction I'm traveling. And this is the opposite direction I'm traveling. And the pink ones are basically up and down, and the blue ones are left and right. So, if I want to increase my arc, I could just increase this. This will tell us where to go. So then so thrusting in that direction for X amount of time will give us an apoapsis of 111 kilometers. And a periapsis of 91. There's our periapsis like I was talking about last episode. And if we want to circularize this orbit a little bit, it's a bit tricky. I can adjust and finagle things about until I get things the way I want. And then what happens on the nav ball here, there's a little blue marker which shows up, which I can aim towards. And that will be the direction of the maneuver I just made. And it also counts down to where you need to actually start doing that maneuver, which we just passed that. We're not going to be doing the maneuver. Considering that we need to burn for 25 seconds, and we have like about 3 seconds worth of fuel left, it's not going to happen. And this part here, this basically tells us the speed we need to increase by in order to achieve the orbit that maneuver would give us. So at that point we were probably traveling about 650 meters per second. We needed to bring ourselves about to 2,100 in total. So yeah, this amount of fuel was never going to get us there. But since we're not going to be doing that maneuver, let's just cancel that. And while we're in space, quickly actually, let's get an EVA report of what it's like in space. In space, just above Kerbin's water, you recorded your observations about the situation. Alright, cool. Keep that. And get back in the ship. Oh, dang. Must have been too late with the last EVA report. Must have been the same thing. Let's get a crew report as well. Well, in space near Kerbin. It seems we are very much in space right now. The sky seems to be mostly below us. Well observed. Keep that data. And let's get our mystery goo, our last one. While in space, we get 10 science for that. The goo seems to have been dumped into a sphere. It also appears to have become brittle. Okay, keep that. So there's our science for this mission. And let's just let's spin around. And we are now out of space. That was perfect timing. So now we'll point towards our retroactive trajectory. So if I was to fire our engines, we start heading back in the opposite direction. But we're never going to break atmosphere with that again. In fact, there's no point even having this engine. So let's just activate our decoupler here and get rid of it. Goodbye. So we are on entry in the atmosphere. I still not actually shown the time warp thing yet, but now is not really the best time to try. I guess I could speed things up a little bit. So that's 3 times speed, but I don't want to do it too fast. Otherwise we might crash into the... Oh, re-entry where things are burning up. There goes our engine. Please don't hit us, engine. Thank you. That's a really nice angle shot. Oh, never mind, forget that. That's some atmosphere crap. We're going too fast for the world to handle. Let's turn SES off actually, innit? Because it bothers me when we get into this part. Like the ship can come in at a funky angle. It still looks fine. Okay. Now let's just hope this parachute is enough for the command pod plus these things. So let's activate our parachute. There we go. Coming in over the water. Kenfred, you're looking worried, but don't worry. Don't worry. We learned a lot of things from Neil Trey's disaster. And there we go. Parachutes deploy. We're going down at 7.8 meters per second. I think we're going to be alright, Kenfred. You're going to be fine. You are officially the first Kerbal in space. Title should have been Neil Trey's, but unfortunately, things didn't go as planned. Let's speed things up until this is the ground. Actually, let's check in the cockpit. Let's make sure he didn't pee himself. Nope, he's fine. His hands are at the controls. And things are looking dandy. You can see the sky again. I'm pretty sure he's very much relieved. So, we're coming back down to land. 70, 60. Almost at splashdown. Now, that was a much more successful mission, despite the hiccup halfway through. And we have landed. And let's do a celebratory spin. Woo! We made it! Let's recover the vessel. Let's see how much science we have garnered from this little expedition. Wow! Okay, crew report while in space. We got EVA report, mystery goo, mystery goo, mystery goo. And recovery of a vessel after a suborbital flight. Okay. And we got 41 science, so that gave us 57. Not too bad, alright. How much time have I taken up this episode? I'm not entirely sure. Yeah, we got some time. Alright. So, let's pick out some things here. So, the one thing we really, really want... Well, actually, all 3 of these are good. We're probably not going to do the landers just yet. We really want stability. General rocketry. These are the more powerful boosters. They're actually quite good. Separatrons are quite good. And the gimbling engine. That will give us a lot more control. So, you know what? Bam! We've got our general rocketry. Now, what did that give us? Gives us access to advanced rocketry, which is an even bigger fuel tank. And it also gave us some radial mounted engines. So these pack quite a punch, considering their small size, but they guzzle the fuel like mad. And that, we really want that. This is important. Struts. Because when you start to make larger and larger rockets, the thing can, like, the different parts of it can start to move on their own. And if they move too far, it will break apart mid-flight. Like, in the flight that we just had, with the bottom stage of the one... Neil Trey's fateful flight, the boosters actually sheared off the bottom of the ship before they were actually supposed to break off themselves. And if they weren't supposed to break off anyway, then we would have a serious problem on our hands. So those struts really help for like keeping things together. And this helps you keep things steady on the launch pad and ideally off the ground, and not have like 18 tons of vessels sitting on top of one single engine, which will just break off in the middle of flight. Tri-stack decoupler, pretty cool. Radial decouplers, these are... We've actually just unlocked some of them. No, we've not. We have not unlocked them. We might do in a minute, though. Actually, yeah. Radial decouplers, that's important. We're grabbing it. There we go. And what else we got here? This is the beginning of space planes. Space plane stuff. And there's also a probe in there as well, which we can use. And an inline reaction wheel, which is essentially just an SAS wheel, separate from the command module. That's all boring stuff. You guys don't know what I'm really talking about yet. Or if you already do, then what you do, watch my videos. Oh, what am I talking about? We got 19 science left. Larger fuel tank. This is the one we want next. 45. Could buy this, but we're going to wait for this, I think. So, yeah. So, I think that's it for Kerbal Space Program today. Thank you for watching. Hopefully next time we can actually make it into orbit. Bye now.